U.S. State Attorney General Utility Commissions Weights and Measures Offices. Chapter 1. Organizations by State. State Attorney General Offices. Your state attorney office can help you with complaints about virtually any matter in the state, from consumer complaints to shoddy businesses to criminal complaints and even complaints about lawyers. Check out findlaw.com, go to U.S. State Resources. phonebusters.com/ag.html. ndaa.org, National District Attorneys Association. National Association of Attorneys. General, NAG. 750 First St. Northeast. Washington, D.C. 20002. 202-326-6000. 202-434-8000. Fax, 202-434-8008. NAGI.org. An association of state attorneys general and their staffs. Alabama. 11 South Union St. Montgomery, Alabama 36130. 334-242-7300. 205-244-2001, Northern. 334-441-5845, Southern. ago.state.al.us. Alaska. 412 State Capital. Juneau, Alaska 99811. 907-465-3600. law.state.ak.us. Arizona. 1275 W. Washington. Phoenix, Arizona 85007. 602-542-4266. attorneygeneral.state.az.us. Arkansas. 200 Tower Building. 323 Center St. Little Rock, Arkansas 72201. 501-682-2007. 501-324-5342, Eastern. 501-783-5125, Western. ag.state.ar.us. California Attorney General. 1515 KST. Sacramento, California 95814. 916-324-5437. 213-894-2434, Los Angeles. 415-436-7200, San Francisco. 619-557-5610, San Diego. caag.state.ca.us. Colorado. 1525 Sherman. Denver, Colorado 80203. 303-866-3611. ago.state.co.us. Connecticut. 55 Elm St. Hartford, Connecticut 06106. 203-566-2026. cslib.org/attorneygenl. Delaware. 820 French St. 7th FL. Wilmington, Delaware 19801. 302-577-3838. state.de.us/attgen. D.C., City of Washington. 441 4th St. Northwest. Number 1060. Washington, D.C. 20001. 202-727-6248. WashingtonDC.gov. Florida. State Capitol Building. Tallahassee, Florida 32399. 904-487-1963. 813-274-6000, Middle. 850-942-8430, North. 305-961-9000. legal.fern.edu. Georgia. 40 Capitol Square. SW. Atlanta, Georgia 30334. 404-656-4585. 912-752-3511, Middle. 912-652-4422, Southern. law.state.ga.us. Hawaii Attorney General. 415 South Baratania St. Honolulu, Hawaii 96813. 808-548-4740. state.hi.us/dags/archives. Idaho. 210 State House. Boise, Idaho 83720. 208-334-2400. state.id.us/ag. Illinois. 100 West Randolph St. 12th FL. Chicago, Illinois 60601. 312-814-3000. 217-492-4450, Central. 618-628-3700, South. ag.state.il.us. 500 South 2nd St. Springfield, Illinois 62706. 217-782-1090. Indiana. 219 State Office Building. 200 West Washington St. Indianapolis, Indiana 46204. 317-232-6201. 219-322-8576, North. in.gov/Attorney General. Iowa. State Office Building. 1300 East Walnut St. Des Moines, Iowa 50319. 515-281-5164. 319-363-6333, North. state.ia.us/government/ag. Kansas. Judicial Center. 2nd FL. 301 West 10th St. Topeka, Kansas 66612. 913-296-2215. 316-269-6481. state.ks.us. ink.org/public/ksag. Kentucky. Kentucky Capitol Building. Number 116. Frankfort, Kentucky 40601. 502-564-7600. 606-233-2661, East. law.state.ky.us. Louisiana. State Capital. 900 Riverside Inn. Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70804. 504-342-7013. 225-389-0443, Middle. 318-676-3600, West. ag.state.la.us. Maine. State House. Augusta, Maine 04333. 207-626-8800. state.me.us/ag. Maryland Attorney General. 7 North Calvert St. Baltimore, Maryland 21202. 301-576-6300. oag.state.md.us. Massachusetts Attorney General. 1 Ashburton Place. Boston, Massachusetts 02108. 617-727-2200. ago.state.ma.us. Michigan. Law Building, 7th FL. 525 W. Ottawa. Lansing, Michigan 48909. 517-373-1110. 313-226-9100, East. 616-456-2404, West. ag.state.mi.us. Minnesota. 102 State Capital. St. Paul, Minnesota 55155. 612-296-6196. ag.state.mn.us. Mississippi. Carroll Garden Justice Building. epub 220. Jackson, Mississippi 39205. 601-359-3680. 662-234-3351, North. ago.state.ms.us. Missouri. Supreme Court Building. 207 West High St. epub 899. Jefferson City, Missouri 65102. 314-751-3321. 816-426-3122, West. ago.state.mo.us. Montana. Justice Building. 215 North Sanders St. 3rd FL. Helena, Montana 59620. 406-444-2026. doj.state.mt.us/ago. Nebraska. 2115 State Capital. 1445 KST. Lincoln, Nebraska 68509. 402-471-2682. ago.state.ne.us. Nevada. 198 South Carson St. Carson City, Nevada 89710. 702-687-4170. ag.state.nv.us. New Hampshire. State House Annex. 25 Capital St. Number 208. Concord, New Hampshire 03301. 603-271-3658. state.nh.us/NHDOJ. New Jersey. Richard J. Hughes Justice Complex. 25 Market St. CN 080. Trenton, New Jersey 08625. 973-292-4925. state.nj.us/LPS. New Mexico. 260 Bataan Memorial Building. Santa Fe, New Mexico 87504. 505-827-6000. ago.state.nm.us. New York. 221 State Capitol. 120 Broadway. 25th FL. NYC 10271. 212-416-8519. 718-254-7000, East. 716-551-4811, West. oag.state.ny.us. North Carolina. 223 Justice Building. 2 East Morgan St. Raleigh, North Carolina 27602. 919-733-3377. 336-333-5351, Middle. 704-344-6222, Western. jus.state.nc.us. North Dakota. State Capital. Bismarck, North Dakota 58505. 701-224-2210. ag.state.nd.us. Ohio. State Office Tower. 17th FL. 30 East Broad St. Columbus, Ohio 43266. 614-466-3376. 216-622-3600, North. ag.state.oh.us. Oklahoma. 112 State Capitol. 2300 North Lincoln Boulevard. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73105. 405-521-3921. 918-684-5100, East. 581-7463, West. oag.state.ok.us. state.ok.us/consumer. Oregon. 100 Justice Building. Court and 12th STS. Salem, Oregon 97310. 503-378-6002. doj.state.or.us. Pennsylvania. Strawberry SQ. 16th FL. 4th and Walnut STS. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17120. 717-787-3391. 215-861-8200. 570-348-2800, Middle. 412-644-3500, West. attorneygeneral.gov. state.pa.us. Rhode Island. 72 Pine St. Providence, Rhode Island 02903. 401-274-4400. riag.state.ri.us. South Carolina. 729 Rembert Dennis Building. 1000 Assembly St. Pub 11549. Columbia, South Carolina 29211. 803-734-3970. scattorneygeneral.org. South Dakota. State Capital. 500 E Capital. Pierre, South Dakota 57501. 605-773-3215. state.sd.us/attorney. Tennessee. 450 James Robertson Parkway. Nashville, Tennessee 37243. 615-741-3491. 865-545-4167, East. attorneygeneral.state.tn.us. Texas Attorney General. Supreme CT. Building. Capital STA. POG 12548. Austin, Texas 78711. 512-463-2191. 409-839-2538, East. 214-659-8600, North. 713-567-9000, South. 210-384-7100, West. oag.state.tx.us. Utah. 236 State Capital. SLC Utah 84114. 801-538-1326. attorneygeneral.utah.gov. Vermont. 109 State St. 2nd FL. Montpelier, Vermont 05609. 802-828-3171. state.vt.us/atg. Virginia. 101 North 8th St. 5th FL. Richmond, Virginia 23219. 804-786-2071. 703-299-3700, East. 540-857-2250, West. oag.state.va.us. Washington. Highway Licenses Building. 7th FL. 905 Plum St. Building 3. Olympia, Washington 98504. 206-753-6200. 509-353-2767, West. wa.gov/ago. West Virginia. 26 State Capital. East Wing. Charleston, West Virginia 25305. 304-558-2021. 304-345-2200, South. state.wv.us/wvag. Wisconsin. State Capital 114 East Madison 53707 608-266-1221 414-297-1700 East doj.state.wi.us Wyoming 123 Capitol Building Cheyenne, Wyoming 82002 307-777-7841 attorneygeneral.state.wy.us Guam 671-472-7332 Virgin Islands 340-774-5757 State Utility Commissions. State utility commissions regulate consumer service and rates for gas, electricity, telephone, water, and a variety of other services within your state. These services include rates for telephone calls and moving household goods. In some states, the utility commissions regulate water and transportation rates. Rates for utilities and services provided between states are regulated by the federal government. Many utility commissions handle consumer complaints. Sometimes, if a number of complaints are received about the same utility matter, they will conduct investigations. If writing, preface your letter with Public Utility Commission. NARUC.org, National Association of Regulatory Utility Commissioners. naruc.org/commissions.cfm, State Commissions. Utility.com. CitizensUtilityBoard.org. National Association of State Utility Consumer Advocates /NASUCA. 1133, 15th STNW, number 575. Washington, D.C. 20005. 202-727-3908. Fax, 202-727-3911. nasuca.org. A national organization of utility ratepayer advocate offices, NASUCA members represent millions of consumers served by investor-owned gas, telephone, electric, and water companies before state regulatory commissions, the courts, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and the Federal Communications Commission. Alabama. POB 991. Montgomery, Alabama 36101-0991. 205-242-5207. 800-392-8050. Alaska. 1016 West 6th Avenue. Number 400. Anchorage, Alaska 99501. 907-276-6222. 907-276-0160 fax. State.ak.us. Arizona. 1200 West Washington St. Phoenix, Arizona 85007. 602-542-3935. 602-255-2105 TDD. 800-222-7000. cc.state.az.us. Arkansas. POB 400. Little Rock, Arkansas 72203-0400. 501-682-1453. 800-482-1164. California. 505 Van Ness Avenue. Room 5218. San Francisco, California 94102. 415-703-3703. 415-703-2032 TDD. 800-649-7570. cpuc.ca.gov. Colorado. Public Utilities Commission. 1580 Logan St. Logan Tower Office Level 2. Denver, Colorado 80203. 303-894-2021. 800-888-0170. dora.state.co.us/puc. Connecticut. 10 Franklin Square. New Britain, Connecticut 06051 203 827 1553 800 382 4586 state.ct.us/dpuc Delaware 100 Cannon Building 861 Silver Lake Boulevard Dover, Delaware 19904 302-739-4247 800-282-8574 state.de.us District of Columbia 717 14th St. Northwest 2nd FL Washington, D.C. 20005 202-626-5110 Florida 2540 Shumard Oak Boulevard Tallahassee, Florida 32399-0850 904-488-7238 800-342-3552 800-342-3552 scri.net/psc Georgia 244 Washington STSW Atlanta, Georgia 30334 404-656-4512 800-282-5813 psc.state.ga.us Hawaii 465 South King St. Room 103 Honolulu, Hawaii 96813 808-586-2020 Idaho State House Boise, Idaho 83720 800-377-3529 208-334-3912 puc.state.id.us Illinois 527 East Capitol Avenue POB 19280 Springfield, Illinois 62794-9280 217-782-7907 217-782-7434 TDD state.il.us/ICC Indiana 302 West Washington St. Indianapolis, Indiana 46204 317-232-2701 800-851-4268 state.in.us/IURC Iowa Lucas State Office Building 5th floor 350 Maple St. Des Moines, Iowa 50319 515-281-5979 Kansas 1500 Southwest Arrowhead Road Topeka, Kansas 66604-4027 913-271-3166 800-662-0027 800-662-0027 kcc.state.ks.us Kentucky 730 Schenkel Lane POB 615 Frankfort, Kentucky 40602 502-564-3940 800-772-4636 state.ky.us/agency/psc Louisiana POB 91154 Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70821-9154 504-342-6687 800-256-2413 lpsc.org Maine 242 State St. State House Station 18 Augusta, Maine 04333 207-289-3831 800-452-4699 state.me.us/mpuc Maryland 6 St. Paul St. 16th FL Baltimore, Maryland 21202 410-333-6000 800-492-0474. 800-685-0123. psc.state.md.us/psc. Massachusetts Utility Commission. 100 Cambridge St. 12th floor. Boston, Massachusetts 02202. 617-727-3500. 800-323-3298. state.ma.us/dpu. Michigan. 6545 Mercantile Way. POG 30221. Lansing, Michigan 48909. 517-334-6445. 800-292-9555. 800-443-8926 TDD. 800-292-9555. state.mi.us/mpsc. Minnesota. 121 7th Place East. Number 350. St. Paul, Minnesota 55101-2147. 612-296-7124. 612-297-1200 TDD. 800-657-3782. 800-652-9747. state.mn.us/ebranch/puc. Mississippi. POG 1174. Jackson, Mississippi 39215. 601-961-5400. 800-356-6428 North. 800-356-6430 Central. 800-356-6429 South. mslayer.com/mpsc. Missouri. POG 360. Jefferson City, Missouri 65102. 573-751-3243. 800-392-4211. ecodev.state.mo.us/psc. Montana. 1701 Prospect Avenue. POG 202,601. Helena, Montana 59620-2601. 406-444-6199. 800-646-6150. psc.mt.gov. Nebraska. 300 The Atrium. 1200 NST. Lincoln, Nebraska 68508. POG 94927. Lincoln, Nebraska 68509-4927. 402-471-3101. 800-526-0017. nol.org/home/npsc. Nevada. 555 East Washington Avenue. Number 4500. Las Vegas, Nevada 89101. 702-486-2600. state.nv.us/puc. New Hampshire. 8 Old Suncook Road. Building Number 1. Concord, New Hampshire 03301. 603-271-2431. 800-852-3793. puc.state.nh.us. New Jersey. 2 Gateway Center. Newark, New Jersey 07102. 201-648-2027. 201-648-7983 TDD. 800-624-0241. njin.net/New Jersey BPU. New Mexico. Marion Hall. 224 East Palace Avenue. Santa Fe, New Mexico 87501-2013. 505-827-6940. 800-663-9782. puc.state.mn.us. New York. 3 Empire State Plaza, Albany, New York 12223, 518-474-5527, 800-342-3377, complaints, 800-342-3355, emergency service cutoff, 800-335-2120, PSC opinion line, 888 Ask PSC 1. dps.state.ny.us, North Carolina, POG 29510, Raleigh, North Carolina 27626-0510, 919-733-4249, 919-733-9277, commerce.state.nc.us, North Dakota, State Capitol Building, 600 East Boulevard, 12th FL, Bismarck, North Dakota 58505-0480, 701-224-2400, 800-932-2400, psc.state.nd.us, Ohio, 180 East Broad St. Columbus, Ohio 43266-0573, 614-466-3292, 614-466-8180 TDD, 800-686-7826, 800-686-1570 TDD, 800-686-7826, puc.ohio.gov, Oklahoma, Jim Thorpe Office Building, 2101 Lincoln Boulevard, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73105, 405-521-2264, 800-522-8154, occ.state.ok.us, Oregon, 550 Capital St. Northeast, Salem, Oregon 97310-1380, 503-378-6611, 800-522-2404, puc.state.or.us, Pennsylvania, POG 3265, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17120, 717-787-4301, 800-782-1110, 800-782-1110, puc.paonline.com, Puerto Rico, POG 190870, Hato Rey, Puerto Rico 00919-0870, 787-758-6264, Rhode Island, 100 Orange St. Providence, Rhode Island 02903, 401-277-3500 voice/TDD, 800-341-1000, South Carolina, 100 Orange St. Columbia, South Carolina 29211, 803-737-5270, 800-922-1531, psc.state.sc.us, South Dakota, 500 East Capitol Avenue, Pierre, South Dakota 57501-5070, 605-773-3201, 800-332-1782, state.sd.us/state/executive/PUC, Tennessee, 460 James Robertson Parkway, Nashville, Tennessee 37243-0505, 615-741-3125, 800-342-8359, state.tn.us/tra, Texas, 1701 North Congress Avenue, POG 13326, Austin, Texas 78711-3326, 458, 0100. 512, 458, 0221 TDD. 800 PUC Tips. puc.state.texas.gov. Utah. 160 East 300 South. Salt Lake City, Utah 84111. 801-530-6716. 801-530-6706 TDD. 800-874-0904. Vermont. 112, State St. Montpelier, Vermont 05620-2701. 802-828-2358. 800-622-4496. State.vt.us/PSB. Virginia. POB 1197. Richmond, Virginia 23209. 804-371-9208. 800-552-7945. State.va.us/SCC. Virgin Islands. POB 861. St. Thomas, Virgin Islands 00804. 809-776-1291. Fax, 809-774-4971. Washington. 1300 South Evergreen Park Drive, SW. Olympia, Washington 98504. 206-753-6423. 800-562-6150. 800-300-1846. WOTC.wa.gov. West Virginia. 201 Brooks St. Charleston, West Virginia 25323. 304-340-0300. 800-334-5113. State.wv.us/PSC. Wisconsin. 610 North Whitney Way. POB 7854. Madison, Wisconsin 53707-7854. 608-266-2001. 800-225-7729. State.wi.us/agencies/PSC. Wyoming. 2515 Warren Avenue. Number 300. Cheyenne, Wyoming 82002. 307-777-7427. 307-777-5700. Fax. 800-877-9965. psc.state.wy.us. State Weights and Measures Offices. State Weights and Measures Offices enforce laws and regulations about the labeling, weight, measure or count of such packaged items as food and household products. These offices also check the accuracy of weighing and measuring devices, for example, supermarket scales, gasoline pumps, taxicab meters and rental car odometers. Some city and county offices have weights and measures functions, in addition to the state offices listed below. Contact the state office for the appropriate weights and measures office or check your local telephone directory under the government listings for your local weights and measures office. The office might be listed under either the City or County Bureau of Standards, Agriculture, or Consumer Protection. Alabama. Department of Agriculture. POB 3336. Montgomery, Alabama 36109-0336. 334-242-2614. 800-321-0018. Alaska. Department of Commerce and Economic Development. Division of Measurement Standards. 12050 Industry Way. Huffman Business Park. Building O. Anchorage, Alaska 99515. 907-345-7750. 800-478-7636. Arizona. Department of Weights and Measures. 9545 East Doubletree Ranch Road, Scottsdale, Arizona 85258. 602-255-5211. 800-277-6675. Arkansas Bureau of Standards. 4608 West 61st St. Little Rock, Arkansas 72209. 501-324-9681. California Department of Food and Agriculture. 8500 Fruit Ridge Road, Sacramento, California 95826. 916-387-4241. cdfa.ca.gov. Colorado Department of Agriculture. 3125 Wyan.st. Denver, Colorado 80211. 303-866-2845. Connecticut State Office Building, Room A29, 165 Capitol Avenue, Hartford, Connecticut 06106. 860-566-5230. Delaware Department of Agriculture. 2320 South DuPont Highway, Dover, Delaware 19901-9999. 302-739-4811. 800-282-8685. District of Columbia Department of Consumer and Regulatory Affairs. 1110 UST, SE. Washington, D.C. 20020. 202-767-7923. Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. 3125 Connor Boulevard, Building No. 2, Tallahassee, Florida 32399-1650. 850-488-9140. Georgia Department of Agriculture. Agriculture Building, Atlanta, Georgia 30334. 404-656-3605. 800-282-5852. agr.state.ga.us. Hawaii Department of Agriculture. 725 Ilalo St. Honolulu, Hawaii 96813-5524. 808-586-0886. Idaho Department of Agriculture. 2216 Kellogg Lane, Boise, Idaho 83712. 208-334-2345. Illinois Department of Agriculture. 801 East Sangamon Avenue, POB 19281. Springfield, Illinois 62794-9281. 217-782-3817. 800-582-0468. Indiana State Department of Health. 1330 West Michigan St. Indianapolis, Indiana 46206-1964. 317-233-8132. Iowa Department of Agriculture and Land Stewardship. H.A. Wallace Building, Des Moines, Iowa 50319. 515-281-5716. Kansas State Board of Agriculture. 2016 Southwest 37th St. Topeka, Kansas 66611-2570. 785-267-4641. inc.org/public/CADA/weights. Kentucky Department of Agriculture. 106 West 2nd St. Frankfort, Kentucky 40601-2882. 502-564-4870. Louisiana Department of Agriculture. POB 3098. Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70821-3098. 504-925-3780. Maine State House Station 28. Augusta, Maine 04333. 207-289-3841. 207-289-4470 TDD. Maryland. Department of Agriculture. 50 Harry S. Truman Parkway. Annapolis, Maryland 21401. 410-841-5790. Massachusetts Division of Standards. 1 Ashburton Place. McCormick Building. Room 1115. Boston, Massachusetts 02108. 617-727-3480. Michigan. Department of Agriculture. Ottawa Building North. 4th floor. POB 30017. Lansing, Michigan 48909. 517-373-1060. mda.state.mi.us. Minnesota. Department of Public Service. 121, 7th place. Number 200. St. Paul, Minnesota 55113-3800. 612-639-4010. 800-657-3710. dpsv.state.mn.us. Mississippi. Department of Agriculture. 121, North Jefferson St. POB 1609. Jackson, Mississippi 39201. 601-354-7077. Missouri. Weights and Measures Division. Department of Agriculture. POB 630. Jefferson City, Missouri 65102-0630. 573-751-4278. Montana. Department of Commerce. Capitol Station. 1424 9th Avenue. Helena, Montana 59620. 406-444-3164. Nebraska. Department of Agriculture. 301 Centennial Mall South. 4th floor. POB 94757. Lincoln, Nebraska 68509. 402-471-4292. Fax 402-471-3252. Nevada. Department of Agriculture. Weights and Measures. 2150 Fraser Avenue. Sparks, Nevada 89431. 702-688-1166. New Hampshire. Department of Agriculture. POB 2042. Concord, New Hampshire 03302-2042. 603-271-3700. New Jersey. 1261 Routes 1 and 9 South. Avenel, New Jersey 07001. 732-815-4840. New Mexico. Department of Agriculture. POB 30005, Department 3170. Las Cruces, New Mexico 88003-0005. 505-646-1616. nmdaweb.nmsu.edu. New York. Department of Agriculture and Markets. 1. Winners Circle. Albany, New York 12235. 518-457-3452. 800-554-4501. agmkt.state.ny.us. North Carolina. Department of Agriculture. POB 27647. Raleigh, North Carolina 27611. 919-733-3313. agr.nc.us/standards. North Dakota. Division of Testing and Safety. 600 E Boulevard. Ave. 12th FL. State Capital. Bismarck, North Dakota 58505-0480 701-224-2413 800-932-2400 pc6.psc.state.nd.us Ohio Department of Agriculture 8995 East Main St. Building 5 Reynoldsburg, Ohio 43068 614-866-6361 Oklahoma Department of Agriculture 2800 North Lincoln Boulevard Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73105 405-521-3864 EXT 240 Oregon Department of Agriculture 635 Capital STNE Salem, Oregon 97310-0110 503-378-3792 oda.state.or.us/oda Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture 2301 North Cameron St. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania 17110 717-787-9089 Puerto Rico Department of Consumer Affairs POB 41059 Minilas Station Santurce, Puerto Rico 00940 787-721-3190 Rhode Island Department of Labor 610 Manton Avenue Providence, Rhode Island 02909 401-272-0700 South Carolina Department of Agriculture POB 11280 Columbia, South Carolina 29211-1280 803-737-2080 South Dakota Division of Commercial Inspection and Regulation 118 West Capitol Pierre, South Dakota 57501-2036 605-773-3697 Tennessee Department of Agriculture POB 40627 Melrose Station Nashville, Tennessee 37204 615-360-0109 Texas Department of Agriculture POB 12847 Austin, Texas 78711 512-463-7602 Utah State Department of Agriculture 350 North Redwood Road POB 146500 Salt Lake City, Utah 84114-6500 801-538-7150 at.state.ut.us Vermont Department of Agriculture, Food and Markets 116 State St. Drawer 20 Montpelier, Vermont 05620-2901 802-828-2436 State.vt.us Virgin Islands Golden Rock Shopping Center Christiansted St. Croix, Virgin Islands 00820 809-773-2226 888-800-3522 Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services 1100 Bank St. Room 402 Richmond, Virginia 23218-1163 804-786-1571 Washington Department of Agriculture POB 42560 Olympia, Washington 98504-2560 360-902-1857 West Virginia Department of Labor 570 West McCorkle Avenue St. Alban, West Virginia 25177 304-722-0602. Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. 2811 Agriculture Drive. epub 8911. Madison, Wisconsin 53708. 608-266-2225. 800-422-7128. Wyoming Department of Agriculture. 2219 Cary Avenue. Cheyenne, Wyoming 82002-0100. 307-777-6590. wyagric.state.wy.us